Hello and welcome to Hadoop Exam Learning Resources. In this series, we are discussing AWS Solution Architect professional level question and answers and their explanation. How to answer these questions and in detail explanation, which will teach you and you can learn more out of this. And if questions are different in real exam, that can help you to understand in your answer your question in during real exam. So now let me move to the question number 9 up to question number 8 we have already discussed. So what question number 9 is saying here? The question is one liner only. So it is saying select correct statement regarding VPC and subnet. So what it is saying, you can create a VPC that spans across multiple availability zone. Subnet must reside entirely within one availability zone and cannot span zones. If a subnet have a route to the internet gateway, the subnet is known as a private subnet. So before answering these questions, let me explain you some concept and then based on that we can answer these questions, correct? So now let's move here and go to quick explanation for question number 9. So question is one liner. I created a bigger explanation so you can learn more concepts out of this. So region, availability zone and VPC, if you wanted to learn in more detail, go to hadoopexam.com. There we have provided training in that we have explained everything in detail. What is region, what is availability zone, what is VPC, etc. Correct? And you can utilize that. And if you already know that, then let's go over this here. Region and VPC. If you are creating a virtual private cloud, then this is the region specific. You can't have a VPC which shared across region, like one is North America East if you are creating, and if you want your VPC to be spanned across Europe, so then that is not possible. You have to create your VPC within a region. So we need to decide when we create a VPC in which region we wanted to create that. This is virtual private cloud. We can create a VPC which can space across multiple availability zones. So difference here is correct. Availability zone is equal to your one corporate data center. Okay, so if you want your VPC should be across availability zone, that is possible. So in this diagram you can see here, this is entire AWS. In one region we created one VPC network here. Okay, but that VPC can be across three availability zone A, B and C. Suppose there are three availability zone, so then same VPC can be across availability zones. It is possible. Availability zones are distinct locations. As I discussed, these are equal to your corporate data center. They are engineered to be isolated from failures in other availability zones. Suppose A goes down entirely, power outage on this A availability zone, still B and C would be available kind of thing. So this is location specific. Some earthquake, some natural disaster can happen and one availability zone can entirely go down. So still other availability zone is available. So you should leverage this and you should create your VPC across availability zones. Okay. Subnet has a unique ID. So whenever you create a subnet inside a VPC, that is a unique AWS assign a unique ID. Like here I just given subnet 1, subnet 2, subnet 3 name here. Now subnet to internet. If your instance is installed on inside one subnet and if they wanted to connect to internet, then internet gateway is needed here. So this is subnet 1A, you can see here, which is in availability zone A. If it has an internet gateway, then it is public subnet. It can connect to internet. Still, you need to do more configuration. But if it is attached to internet gateway, then it can connect to internet. Okay. If you need to connect to corporate data center and not internet, then what you need? Virtual private gateway. We discuss, and customer side we need customer gateway. We have been discussing since last 8 questions this stuff basically, correct? Now, so this subnet is your public subnet because it is connected with the internet gateway. Corporate network, you can use VPN connection to connect with your corporate network. There are other solutions, direct connect also you can use it to make a VPN connection. Public subnet, if network traffic is routed to internet gateway, then subnet is also known as a public subnet. Private subnet, if subnet does not have route to internet gateway, then it is known as a private subnet. So here you can see it is like wherever it is destined to be, it's not an internet gateway, it is not attached to internet gateway, that is a private subnet purely. VPN only subnet, if subnet does not have a route to internet gateway but has its traffic routed to virtual private gateway, then subnet is known as VPN only subnet. So here three different type of subnet we are showing here. If it is connected to internet gateway, then it is a public subnet. If it is not connected to even virtual private gateway or even internal gateway, it means it's a private subnet. Instances inside this can talk to each other, but nowhere outside of this subnet they can communicate. Instances on this subnet, public subnet, can communicate with the internet. Okay. And third one is virtual private gateway. They are connected, it means they can connect with your corporate data center, and instances between this subnet and corporate data centers can communicate with each other. So that is called as a virtual private what VPN only subnet. Correct. So three different type of subnet. So your subnet cannot be basically subnet tied to an availability zones in a region, hence subnet cannot span across multiple availability zones. Correct. That is what the point you have to remember. But VPC can across availability zones. So now let's go to your option. You can create a VPC that span multiple availability zones. So this is a correct answer. Subnet must reside entirely within one availability zone and cannot span uh, zones. Correct. So that is also correct answer. So 1 and 2 is correct. Now moving to third. If a subnet have a route to the internet gateway, then subnet is known as a private subnet. This is wrong. Then it is known as a public subnet. So 1 and 2 is the correct answer. So let me submit this, and this is your answers and explanation. So in green color means you have given a right answer to this question. So that's all about question number 9. I hope this is helping you to learn more. Thank you for watching, and if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe it, and we are keep adding new and new questions and answers. If you want more questions in detail, then visit hadoopexam.com, where we are providing all practice questions, and we are regularly updating weekly, bi-weekly, daily, whatever frequency we can. If there is a substantial update, we update it, and we put the detail on this release and updates page. You can see here. So this is date wise we are putting whenever we are doing some updates or some addition here. So that is being done. Thank you for watching, and I'm stopping now.